I was your age and somebody as old as me came to speak, there used to be only one question in my mind. ये कितनी देर बोलेगा? So I'm going to share that secret with you right now. I'll speak for not more than 10 minutes. I'll tell you 3 stories, including one fantastic Fauji story. And more importantly, I will tell you what might become some of the most important things you've heard in life going forward. Each one of you hopes to be successful. I've never met a person in my life who gets up in the morning and says, "Dear Lord, make me miserable, make me unsuccessful." Many of you hope to be rich. Many of you hope to be role models. Many of you hope to be YouTube influencers, and so on and so forth. May I request people who are talking to please stop talking so that others can listen? Thank you. Please remember one thing. All of us hope to be successful, but hope is not a plan. That is the first thing you should learn from the army. To succeed, you need a plan. Hope is like those likes you find on the Instagram photographs. When people put likes, they're not planning anything, they're just putting likes. That doesn't lead to anything. Similarly, you must have heard, follow your passion. Passion is not something that comes automatically. Passion is not like those reels of Instagram that you see one, then the second comes, then the third comes, then the fourth comes. Passion is something you have to develop. So what am I going to do in the next 7 or 8 minutes? I am going to talk about 3 superpowers that you need to develop. If you can develop all 3, or 2 of them, or even 1 of them, I promise you, your life will be set on the course to success. The first superpower is the superpower to persist, to keep doing things no matter whether you succeed or fail. And here is the story I want to tell you about this. In the year 2002 or 1, when I was in Kashmir, the Pakistanis came and sat down on one of our posts. We had vacated that post during winters. This is after Kargil. And they quietly came and sat down. And then when our people went up, they discovered Pakistanis had captured the post. We reported the matter. We got orders that within 48 hours, we must take that post back. Even if we lose 100 people or 200 people, it doesn't matter. So to find out where the Pakistanis were exactly there, we sent a patrol. A patrol is about 10-15 people. It was led by a young second lieutenant about your age. He was to climb at night, go up the hill, fully through jungles, try to get as close as possible and to try to find out as much as he could. What can you see at night? Very little. Even if you got thermal imaging goggles, infrared, you don't see much. So after this entire night, the patrol started walking back. So my boss, who was a Lieutenant General in Srinagar, said, send a helicopter, bring this youngster from wherever he is, bring him to Srinagar. I want to know firsthand, what did he see? So this young second lieutenant came to Srinagar. I remember at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, his whole clothes were full of mud. And he stood there to brief. And the first question he was asked was, how many men do you think the Pakistanis have there? He looked surprised. He said, I'm not thinking, sir. When I went there, I couldn't see a thing. So I left my men back. I crawled up the hill. I entered the Pakistani post because it was pitch dark. I sat behind the boulders. In the morning, these guys came out to go to the loo, which is out in the open. I counted them. So he said, I can tell you exactly where the machine gun is, where the light machine gun is, where these guys in the bunker. Obviously, we were able to throw the Pakistanis out. Now, this is an example of persistence. Please remember, your life and my life is infinitely easier than the life I just described. When you sit in a corporate office, when you sit in a university, you will fail many times. That is what life is. Life is not linear. Please persist. So remember the first thing. Tell yourself in your mind, my superpower is that I persist. Let's go to the second superpower. Your second superpower should be, I create my own luck. Anyone here, sitting here who believes that luck plays more than 10% role in your life is going to fail or will be ordinary. And I can give you proof. So let me tell you a funny story. I commanded an anti-terrorist battalion in Kashmir. The battalion became hugely successful. We killed 45 terrorists. So I came down to Mau, where we have infantry school, to give a talk on how we succeeded. It was a hall full of people like you, young second lieutenants, all dressed up in civilian clothes, smartly. And at the end of the talk I said, any questions? And one young Sikh officer got up. He looked smart. He was very well turned out. He was wearing a cream colored shirt, a dark brown trouser, a dark brown pug, a nice safa. And he spoke in a very good, proper language. He said, sir, this was a great story. But could it be that you are just lucky? Maybe you are just lucky. That's why you are successful. How important is luck in your life? Is the question he asked me. So I said, before I answer that question, tell me, you speak very well. Did you go to an English school? He said, no, sir, I went to a government school. मेरे को तो अंग्रेजी आती नहीं थी. After I joined the army, I taught myself. Because, sir, I am an officer. I said, what about your dressing up? Where did you learn to dress up like this? He said, sir, again, I came from a middle class family. After I joined, I decided I am an officer. I must teach myself color combination, what to wear, how to carry myself. I said, great. Hypothetically, after this talk, we are all going to the Mau Army Club. Let's imagine there is a dance going on. All the girls are already dancing with some boys. One pretty girl is still waiting. You and 3 of your friends go to that girl to ask, will you dance with us? Who do you think is going to succeed? So everybody laughed. And this officer said, sir, I will succeed. I said, why will you succeed? He said, look at me, sir. I'm smart. I dress up well. I speak well. I said, you know what the other 3 will say? They will say, lucky hai. Tum lucky nahi ho. You are prepared. Luck stands at the intersection of preparation, recognizing opportunities and hard work. That is luck. There can be bad luck. You can be hit by a truck. That's bad luck. But good luck comes from being prepared, working hard, recognizing opportunities and executing. I'm going to end this part with a little true story that will shake you. I heard it from Mr. Gurcharan Das, a great author, a great corporate guy who written fabulous books. He used to work for Procter and Gamble. In Procter and Gamble, there was a security guard, like many you see here. That security guard name was Kamle. Kamle used to listen to the receptionist, who used to be talking on the phone all the time. One day the receptionist asked for leave. The HR said, you can't go on duty. We don't have a person to replace you. So Kamle went to the HR guy and said, sir, I listen to her every day. I have marked up those words. I can take these calls. So they gave him a chance. Kamle became receptionist for 10 days. During those 10 days, somebody called up the CEO and said, you have a new receptionist. He speaks very well. He is very proactive. So when the receptionist came back, Kamle went to the HR and said, you know, you are wasting me. I will remain a guard, but I will also want to work in the HR. So this 10th class boy, past Kamle, started working also in the HR and some chota mota job, looking at this file, looking at that file, and kept rising. This is the true story. Do you know what Kamle retired as? He retired as one of the directors of Procter and Gamble. That is what is called luck. You create your own luck. So say it in your own mind tonight. My superpower is I create my own luck. The third and the last thing I will say is this. We live in a very superficial world. We live in a world where we read one line in WhatsApp and we consider that as wisdom. We are no longer going deep. Any one of you who decides to go deep into any subject 15 minutes more than others is going to win. Dive deep. Don't go by one-liners. And when you dive deep, you will get distracted. And why will you get distracted? You will get distracted because of that little thing you carry in your pocket, that damn mobile phone, that WhatsApp, that Instagram. So here is my final advice to you, a final superpower. Dive deep, but when you get distracted, do what world's #1 tennis player Novak Djokovic said. Somebody said, you're always focused. You're never distracted. He said, of course I'm distracted. He said, the difference is between winners and all of us ordinary people. When winners get distracted, they quickly come back to the main job. The time that you spend between being distracted and getting back to real life is what will determine that you're a winner. So please repeat in your own mind when you go back home, my superpower is that I deep dive and I quickly get back to the real thing. I'm going to end by telling you that I've asked this question in many, many gatherings. I'm not going to ask you this question, but so I used to show a picture of a lion and I used to say, you know, there are no elections in the jungle, there is no selection, there is no UPSC. इस शेर को राजा किसने बनाया? Why is lion the king of the jungle? And people give all kinds of answers. There is only one correct answer, and that was given to me by a cadet in the Officer Training Academy. I said, why is lion the king of the jungle? There are bigger animals. There's an elephant. A snake can kill a lion. A fox can probably kill a lion. Why is lion the king of the jungle? Lion is the king of the jungle because the lion believes that he is the king of jungle. What each one of you believes in the deepest of your hearts. I am ordinary, I am great, I am going to do well, I don't think I will do well. Whatever you believe is what you will be. All my best wishes and Jai Hind.